Day 17. Oh, yeah. All right, gonna get going. I'm back here at the Knock, and I got a big uphill climb. So hang with me, and we'll bring you everything we can. But first, I'll give you some pictures of here at the Knock. That's the store. This is the river where they train for whitewater rafting. I don't know if they do it here anymore, but they train the Olympic team here, or used to. So, restaurant, and trail goes right across this bridge. Spent the night at Gorgeous Stays Campground. It's a very nice little resort. Got all these little cabins and trailers that you can stay in. Very nicely decorated. Not the cheapest place, but the service you get for what you pay for is very nice and very good. I was in a little house with 4 bunks, 2 on the main floor and 2 in a loft. And then they have a main gathering lodge where you can hang around, watch movies, get coffee, snacks. They have a small resupply, which is certainly sufficient to get you to Fontana. So I recommend it. Like I said, not the cheapest place, but not the most expensive either. Trail is right where that wooden fence is. So you see the blaze on that tree right over there. And we gotta get started. It's uphill from here. All right. On the initial climb, look at these rocks. The trail goes down there. These rocks, they're just waiting to slide off of here. A little on the spooky side, huh? I don't know how many miles I'm going to do today. That hiker I mentioned that I didn't want to stay in the shelter with was at the Knock. Immediately came over, started telling me what I should do, talking about his glory days of the 3 times he did the trail, and wouldn't stop talking. So I don't know where he's staying tonight, but I don't want to be there. So I may put in a long day. We'll have to see. Pretty cool this morning. 48 degrees. Feels a little cooler. Anyway, I'm gonna get the hiking and putting some northbound footprints to my southbound side. All right, just did a 2.2 mile climb out of the Knock. I got about 5 miles to go to get to Sassafras Shelter, and then I'll decide if I want to push on, from there. I left my Tyvek ground cloth back at the hostel. I'm hoping that someone who's leaving out of there tomorrow will bring it to me to Fontana. Otherwise, I'll have to make some other arrangements. But that's what happens when you rush to get out. All right, let me head on. I've been here long enough. I get a picture of that rock outcrop. Cool rock outcrop. Wade Sutton Memorial here on the trail. Forest Service technician or ranger who died fighting a fire back in '68. There's a nice 3-foot black oak. That's an old one. You can hear a woodpecker in the distance. Been on a climb. That's level. That's the angle of the slope. About a 45-degree angle slope. Some grueling knobs to go over. Alright. Walking on the trail. Come across this at least 2-foot diameter Chestnut Oak. Chestnut Oak has these long ridges with a flat top. Let's see if I can find a leaf. Oh. There we go. Oh, must have hit the button by mistake. There's a chestnut oak leaf. Chestnuts are a pretty common member of the forest. Sorry, I got my poles. And again, there's that big one with the long flat top ridges. Chestnut oak belongs in the group of oaks that are called the white oaks. Oaks are divided into two main groups, the whites and the red and blacks. The black oaks or the red oaks for lumber purposes. Sorry, picking my way amongst these oak leaves, which are slippery. Yeah, the oaks are divided into two groups, the reds and the whites. Reds are common flooring, and as I mentioned the other day, white is used for barrel making, because under moisture, when it swells, the pores close, making it watertight. Commonly used in barrel making. Old-time shipbuilding. I don't know if they still use it. Cool stuff. Alright, I got a couple miles to go to get to the shelter, where I'll have lunch and decide if I'm going to push 8 more to another shelter. There's a view for you. Hello everyone. Finally made a height of land here. It's essentially been a 6.2 mile uphill climb from the knock, with maybe a few scattered flat spots thrown in. No more than half a mile's worth, I would say. I think I'm on the decline down toward the Sassafras Gap shelter. 12:15, so a bit slow on the day. I'm going to have something to eat there and decide what I'm going to do, whether I'll push on or not. Hopefully there's room there. If there's room, I may stay, but I'll let you know when I get there. A lot of the trail's been going through rhododendron jungles, you know, tight squeezes through the leaves and stuff. But most of this walk has been in oak hickory forests, a few pines thrown in due to the dry soils. On that note, let me head downwards and see about lunch. How's that for a burrow? Look at that. It's gotta be 3 feet across. There's a monster red oak. I hope you can see it with the bark up there, up on the upper parts of the trunk. It's got that lighter colored flat ones, interspersed with a darker trough. And again, as I said, think of a ski slope on a hillside. All those little lines of trails. That's 1, 2, 3.5 feet easy. That's a monster. Been here a long time. Sassafras Gap shelter, a double-decker. After a short lunch here, I decided to push on 4 miles to a campsite. I gotta climb back out. This stuff is called lungwort. A little dry, but it only grows where the air is very clean. So it's an indicator species of good clean air. Hopefully I can find some that's not so dried out and I'll show it to you. There's something kind of cool. The ferns found a place to root. The moss was there and the ferns must have seeded in or spored in, whatever you want to call it. So the ferns are growing out of the moss on top of the tree. Cool stuff. All right. Made it to Cheoah Bald. Hooray. There's the bolt. What a good day for a view. There's a view from Cheoah Bald.
This is what we got. Cheoah Bald in the books.
I don't know if you can see it, but hog damage. Ground's all torn up by hogs. Huh. Right under an oak. Look at all the acorns. Heading down to Locust Cove Gap. That's our next stop. I don't know if it's all down, but we're going through this kind of dark rhododendron forest, and it has a little dismal feel to it. Long day, especially after that morning climb. Later I'll let you know how many thousands of feet we climbed. Went over Cheoah Bald, came down the other side. If there wasn't a view up there, I'd be pissed. No reason to go all the way up there, then come all the way down again. Getting a little cool, overcast. Oh, I don't think it's supposed to rain tonight. I think there's a chance of rain tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to try to get as close to Fontana as I can, so that I have most of the day to do chores. All right. I'll get you back as we get close to camp. Oh, there's one more dismal section. Hang on. Look how dark and gloomy it is in here. Problem with going under these rhododendrons is you always have a branch that hangs low and catches your pack. Sort of like this one. That's not too bad. I'm always worried it's going to throw me off balance and send me off the cliff. All right. Here at Locust Cove Gap. That's the trail. Came down. And tomorrow, we go right up there. The tent's all set up. I just got my quilt I got to open up and put out. And then I'm ready to go. I'm going to make some dinner, call it a night, and hopefully get a good night's sleep. And we have Ewing's Outdoor Adventures here camping with us. So it's got to be a good day.